How we doing, folks, and welcome to another video with the Big Maccabee Pop Ginger. And today we're going to make a return to my collection showcase series that I've done a couple of videos for since I started YouTube. But we're going to go for comic books on this occasion. So just a few of the ones I wanted to show. I think I have about 10 to 15 here. Are mostly first appearance comics with a couple of little extras skimmed in, fitted nicely inside of one of these BCW boxes. Just for protection, I think I got this cheap on Amazon for about £18 with 10 comic books in it, like 3 years ago. Happy days. So, let me just organise these because I've put them in the wrong one. Okay, there we go. There's a reason I'm stacking all 6 of those together, which I shall get to at the end. So, the first couple I just wanted to show. These aren't the first appearance ones. Those go there. Are just a couple of these blank Variant comics. Don't know why I have them. I remember I got that one I paid, the £4 for. And that one is Amazing X-Men. These are first issues, so obviously issue 1 variant covers. Now, from what I'm told, the reason obviously they've got these cardboard covers on is that these are good for taking to conventions and getting obviously artists that are familiar with the series to do you a personalised drawing. Yeah, just these were in the box, so I thought I'd include them for the sake of it. Anybody that knows where the good cons might be next year in England, where artists familiar with Amazing X-Men or Batman and Robin Eternal might be available, drop me a comment, let me know. So, that is that. Next one I just wanted to show is one a lot of people would have had if they had the, Loot Crate subscription, which is the authenticated Action Comics issue 1 reprint. And as you can see, I haven't read it because it's still in its plastic. But it does come on the back with a certificate of authenticity, just to prove it is an authentic reprint of the very first Action Comics. Now, this one. I'm hoping somebody might have more knowledge about this in the comments, but I got this for, I think, about $4, $4.50 when I was at Midtown Comics in 2017, the Times Square store specifically. And it's a comic, I think it's called Angelic, but as you can see, it's signed, and it's been signed by, I don't want to butcher these names, SpiderMan and Caspar Wijngard, I think. I can see if you can read those names. Obviously, it's got the authentic signatures here and here. I didn't even see this, but because I was visiting family with my mum and we just spent the day in New York whilst we were there, she spotted this as I was about to leave. I thought for $4.50 or $4.50 for a signed comic book, how can you say no? But yeah, anyone that knows anything about this series or about these 2 artists, I'm assuming that's the artists or maybe just the writers, let me know. Right, let's get on to just a few. I don't have many many first appearance comics, but I do have a few. So let's get in one of the, let's say, lesser exciting ones, but just a fun one to have. Bought this at the same place on the same day, and I paid $4.50, so $4.50 plus 6% tax on this. And it is the Variant Bombshells cover of Batman 43, which is also the first appearance of the character Bloom. Let's just get a better look at that. As you can see, obviously, you've got the Shadow Batman at the bottom, Bombshells Bruce Wayne here, and obviously the official logo down there. But yeah, $4.50. Simply, obviously, I knew it was a first appearance of Bloom. That's the only reason I bought it. Didn't know if maybe it might gain some value, as a lot of Batman ones seem to have done. But I thought it was worth it. I have read it. It was an interesting read. Bloom's an interesting looking character. But as most of my comic book reading is just scattered, I haven't like followed the series, so I have no idea at this moment just how popular or unpopular Blue might be. But hey ho, hopefully somebody out there that sees this might have better knowledge and be able to fill me in. Who knows? So the next one I'm going to show you is another Batman. This one is issue 307, and it is the first appearance of Lucius Fox. It's in a very sturdy plastic. Now, if I remember correctly, I got this on Amazon, and I bought this as part of 4 comic books that are all older ones. So it was concurrent. It was issues 306, 307, 308, and 310, I think. Something like that. I'm sure it skipped an issue. But yeah, I got these on eBay. I think it was probably about 2018, I think. And I believe I paid about £20, I think, for all 4 comics together. Something like that. And I knew it was Lucius. All I knew at the time was that it had in the description that one of them was a first appearance, but the seller didn't know who it was. And I took a risk on it because I looked obviously up the titles and I thought, I wonder who it could be. Looked it up and then found out Lucius Fox. And I thought, okay. For 20 quid, and I don't usually pay that much for comics, but obviously when it's got a good purpose like a first appearance, it's worth it. Next one I'm going to show you, sticking with DC again, because I've got one more DC after this, is, now this one I didn't know was the first appearance comic until after I bought them. But it is the first appearance of Lobo in Omega Men 3, which was released, let's see, has it got the, I don't know the age exactly. This, I'm pretty sure it was the 1980s. But yeah, that's the first appearance of Lobo. Now, this one's good because I found this along with a load of issue 1, first issues of other. So I got the first issue of Superman and the first issue of Wonder Woman as well from, that's from volume 2 though, so it's not like, the really expensive first ever issues. But I pulled all of these in a massive bundle I bought off eBay that, if I remember correctly, I only paid the equivalent 18 pence for. So I literally managed to get a first appearance of Lobo for 18 pence, which I don't think is too bad of a deal, because I actually found out this was the issue that he appeared in when I saw, it was about 2 years ago, I saw, online rumours that apparently Lobo was getting his own solo film. And then when I saw it, I was looking at it and it came up that his first appearance was issue 3. I thought, oh, that's where I got that. Obviously checked the collection, and luckily for me, I did. Little beauty. Now the next one is a beauty. I paid, I think, £10 for this. I think it was, yeah, £10. This one's from 1989 and it is Suicide Squad issue 23, which is the first appearance of Oracle. So obviously it's not Barbara Gordon and Oracle's first ever appearance in comics in general, I believe, but this is the first appearance of Oracle at least, at the very least, in this comic. Now you'll have to correct, someone that knows more than me will have to correct me in the comments. I think it might be Oracle in general as well, first ever appearance. But like I said, I got this I think on Amazon, eBay for £10, and it's in absolutely fantastic condition. Obviously it's got, due to its age, it's got slight nicks and a bit of, slight nicks and minor creasing, but it's still, I'd say, it's still in a very high grade as a comic. Now this one, actually, I'm going to save this one for last. I'm going to show you these 6 first, because I think this one is probably going to be the most exciting one out of them all. But these are, now all 6 of these are the same comic, and all 6 of these are The Walking Dead issue 100, which for Walking Dead fans may know as the first appearance of Negan. Now the reason I have 6 of these, I paid £24 on eBay for these. all 6, so £4 a piece. And I got these just before Negan debuted in the television show. And obviously I have 6 because I have 6 different covers, which is what I'm showing you now. So this one here depicts, which one was this? This was, I thought they had the letters on the front because I know they're all lettered like A through to like F, G, something like that. Buggery. Well, this one is depicting, it looks to be a zombified Rick Grimes, because down here on the grave you can see it says Laurie and Rick in blood. So that's the first one. Second one is just depicting what looks to be Rick and Michonne face to face with a whole bunch of The Walking Dead. Obviously just behind the sticker will be more. Just for anyone that's, I mean, hopefully everyone will realise the stickers are actually on the plastic, so they're not going to affect the comics. But you never know, some people might think I've actually been stupid enough to put it on the comic itself. People have done stupider things, so anything's possible. Third one is showing Rick Grimes with, now this one looks to be a pile of dead bodies. I'm assuming some of the coloured faces, or the ones that have been actually had some artistry put into them, are likely to be characters, but personally it's been that long since I've read the comics and looked at the TV show, none of them are looking that familiar to me. But hey ho. Now, let's see, the fourth one, this is just a cool one. I'm pretty sure this one was cover E, if I'm remembering correctly. And it's literally just a zombified granny with blood all around her mouth. But either way, it's cool. I like it. Now this one is my second favourite cover, because it's got all the zombies and whatnot, half the face is missing. But it's like a really familial shot, because it depicts Rick, Michonne, and Carl in the centre. And Carl's obviously missing his eye and brandishing a gun. Obviously Michonne's got the usual machete, or no, not machete, sorry, samurai sword. And Rick is carrying a handy axe. And so the final Walking Dead cover we've got, this one was just my favourite, just for the sheer artistry of it, which is Michonne gone messing up some zombies. So obviously this one here, you can see the base of the jaw, because she just sliced the crap out of his head. And she's fucked up the guy behind her. She's a pure old badass. Now, the final comic that I have, that's the first appearance, it's not in the greatest of shapes, but I'm going to tell you the story of this one. Now, my mum was at a car boot sale, which for American audience, if you're not familiar, a car boot sale is pretty much our version of a yard sale in some way. But we don't do it at our own homes. We go to specific places to do them, just for anyone that's not familiar with that. But she picked up a massive bag of comic books for £15 from a guy. And then she brought them back and let me go through them. I took a whole lot of comics, including this one out of them, gave them back and sold them for £20. So she made a profit and I got a whole lot of free comic books, like Captain America and a whole bunch of Marvels. Now, this one was the best, because this is from 1988, and this, for all those Marvel fans, is Amazing Spider-Man 300, the first full appearance of Venom. So I got this for free. Now, he's not in the best condition, unfortunately, because he has got a lot of spine wear, damage to his, the paper, like it's gone brown and discoloured. So readable, but I was looking when I first got this, because it's got a small tear as well in the comic, which is unfortunate. But when you get it for free, you'll take it anywhere you can. Obviously, I put it straight in a protector as soon as I could. It's a beautiful little number. What was the original cover price on this? UK 50p, America 150 original. And it was a special 25th anniversary edition as well, apparently. So I'm assuming that was the 25th anniversary of Spider-Man in general. But it is a beautiful little number. So, yeah, but those are just a few comics that I wanted to to share, as well as the fact I just really wanted to be able to make another collection showcase video, because the attic is chock-a-block with that many pops. I can't get to the ones I wanted to make a Funko Pop video with. So I thought, take the opportunity to make something comic book related for the fans, or fans of comic books in general. So yeah, if you like comic book stuff, I plan to introduce more. In a minute I'm going to film another comic book unboxing for some random ones I got from eBay, and hopefully release that soon. May have been released before this, might be after. I can never plan my schedule. I just release things willy-nilly at this point. But hey ho, I've waffled enough and you've seen everything I have to offer at this point. So like and subscribe if you fancy. Like I said, I am planning to put more comic book stuff as well as other geekery, Funko and anything else that takes my fancy onto the channel over time. So yeah, so until next time folks, stay safe, have a good day and live that pop fanatic life. See you in a bit.